Forensic link Zuma Sambutla's tweets to unrest network. White House accused of whitewashing Saudi Arabia's role in the Khashoggi killing. And Klimt masterpiece sells for 4 billion rand in record-breaking auction. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
Duduzile Zuma Sambutla's trial took a dramatic turn today as digital investigators drew direct lines between her online posts and the networks that drove the July 2021 unrest. A forensic analyst told the Durban court that Jacob Zuma's daughter's tweets didn't just trend, they surged almost instantly into WhatsApp groups already monitored for mobilization. Social media expert Emma Sadlier said the pattern looked less like organic engagement and more like coordinated amplification with intent. Her defense countered that automated accounts could be responsible for some of the rapid spread, arguing it doesn't prove Zuma directed or encouraged the violence. South Africa's 007 is concerned for his safety. Mogotsi says he fears for his life.
Those people followed me for so long. I thought they could not find me. When they saw my car, they fired a shot. I managed to drive because they were driving on a speed 10 left on that particular street. Fortunately, they passed to go and make a U-turn. That's when I ran for my life. But before I could even give the statement, they were saying, hey, this may be a staged assassination, and that's what made me very worried.
National Prosecuting Authority boss Shamila Batohi has come out swinging, defending the case against Johannesburg's top prosecutor Andrew Chauke and insisting the inquiry into his conduct is ultimately in his interests. Batohi is the main complainant in the proceedings, which question whether Chauke's prosecutorial calls, some allegedly influenced by political pressure, were lawful or appropriate. Opening her testimony, Batohi rejected claims from Chauke's legal team that the process is baseless or a punishment for using his discretion.
This cannot be further from the truth in this matter. This is about prosecutions that the testimony will reveal were it appears politically motivated.
Suspended Minister Senzo Mkunu's Chief of Staff, Cedric Nkabinda, has told Parliament he only met alleged intelligence informant Mogotsi once, and that was to arrange a meeting about illegal mining in Stilfontein. He denies facilitating any further contact between Mogotsi and the minister. Nkabinda was back before the ad hoc committee probing police corruption, answering questions about inconsistencies in his original statement and Mogotsi's role.
With my observation, it was only for this Stilfontein, this arrangement of these meetings. Why I'm saying that, after all these arrangements of these meetings, I have never seen Mr. Mogotsi in coming to the minister or ever facilitated any meeting for him to come and see the minister. It's been a year now.
The Social Security Agency says it's finally getting a grip on grant fraud after a nationwide beneficiary verification drive that caused major disruption at offices across the country. Sassa launched the review after 2 Stellenbosch students exposed how the system was being manipulated to access the 370 Rand Social Relief of Distress grant. The agency says it has since uncovered several weaknesses in its SRD application system, most of it which it claims to have now fixed.
Sassa approves around 8 million SRD grants every month. It's acknowledged that its systems have been weak, including that its website could be easily infiltrated and beneficiary data could be accessed by outside parties. Sassa's acting chief information officer Jabulani Makondo says at least 150 websites mimicking Sassa's official website have been identified, with around 70 of them being shut down.
Bringing down of this website is sometimes a challenge because you can only shut down that website if that particular website it's live and it's up at that particular time.
Sassa is also reviewing its decision to allow up to 10 applicants to use the same phone number to apply for the SRD grant.
This actually is a risk. If you have got this, it might actually expose you to other type of fraud.
Social Development Minister Sisisi Tolashe has welcomed the extension of the SRD grant to March 2027, saying it allows for more time to refine proposals for a more permanent basic income grant. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News, Parliament.
ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula has rubbished claims that President Cyril Ramaphosa has been asked to step down after the G20 summit, saying the rumours never came before the National Executive Committee. But he did concede that some within the party are plotting to push Ramaphosa out before the 2027 elective conference. He says Ramaphosa's detractors are using the media to create the impression that his early exit was discussed.
He will not go because he was elected by members of the ANC, not by rumor mongers. And that's what is important. And by those who are peddling negativity to undermine the cohesion of the African National Congress.
Inflation is heading in the wrong direction again. October came in at 3.6%. That's up from 3.4% in September, which means prices are still rising. Food costs eased a little, but transport, alcohol and day-to-day expenses pushed higher. So the overall pressure on households isn't going anywhere. And with inflation drifting up, an interest rate cut is looking unlikely for now.
The CPI increased by 0.1% month on month in October 2025. The transport, recreation, sport and culture, and alcoholic beverages and tobacco categories recorded faster annual inflation rates. On the other side, inflation slowed for several categories, most noticeably restaurants and accommodation services and food and non-alcoholic beverages.
US President Donald Trump has defended Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman during his visit to the White House, insisting the prince, quote, knew nothing about the 28 killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. His comments clash with a 2021 US intelligence assessment that found the Crown Prince had approved the operation. Bin Salman said Saudi Arabia took, quote, all the right steps in investigating what he called a painful incident. The visit marks his first trip to the US since the murder strained relations between the two countries. And a Gustav Klimt portrait has smashed records in New York, selling for 4 billion rand after a fierce 20-minute bidding war at Sotheby's. The work, Portrait of Elizabeth Lederer from the Lauder collection, is now the second most expensive artwork ever sold at auction and the most expensive piece of modern art to date. It's also more than doubles Klimt's previous record from 2023. See you again. Don't forget to download the EWN app.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.